Howdy, howdy, howdy. This video is for GreenWorks, home inspections. My name is Joseph Graham. I'm with UpShot Solutions, and we are the #1 marketing consultant agency in Dallas, Fort Worth. Now, when I asked around for pretty recommendable inspectors, in town, you guys were mentioned. So this is why I'm making this video for you. And what I want to point out is congratulations on getting almost 500 reviews, which is freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Okay. And I want you guys to know that this map listing is probably, I know you have different locations in different cities, which is great because most guys try to use one GMB for the whole state. But this GMB is the most valuable asset that you have on the internet, right? And your website is too, only if it's ranked on page 1. Other than that, it's a brochure in your uncle's closet that no one's going to see. Now, when anybody's looking for, let's just say, home inspection, they're going to do one of two things. They're going to ask somebody they know, or they're going to hop online, right? That's not you. So check it out. This is where most businesses drop the ball. These top three businesses in these map listings, they get 75 to 80% of the traffic. So for a brick and mortar business, that means foot traffic. For a phone driven business like us, that means phone calls, right? And it really doesn't matter how many reviews you have. These guys only have 181, yet they're still #1 in the map listings. Don't see, and in the organic listings, right? So check this out. What I did was I took your GMB from Dallas and I ran it through my heat map tool. What this heat map does, it shows everywhere you guys are and are not ranking in specific areas. So in these, everywhere you see a 1, 2, and a 3, these green dots, that's where you're ranking in the top 3 positions. This is probably where you're getting like the bulk of your phone calls just from online search, right? And we can click on these. So, and then we can see the top 3 businesses, right? If you literally go down the street, let's just say the lower Greenville, you'll be #7, which means there's 6 businesses stacked on top of you, and they're more than likely they're gonna call one of these top 3. And then we can click on Green Scene and see where Green Scene is ranking, right? Green Scene's ranking up here in Highland Park and Garland, Addison, not Garland, but Addison. This ain't even Addison. Addison's up here, but North Dallas. You get the picture, right? So essentially, you're missing out on a lot of calls and a lot of sales just based off of online search, right? Just based off of online search alone. If you guys want me to run like a different city, I'll run a different city for you. But essentially, you're missing out on a lot of calls and a lot of sales just based off online search, right? So how do you correct this? How do you correct this? Now I know you're probably spending like a ton of money on your SEO or whatever, but they're not focused on this. This is the whole reason we built this heat maps, because in our own businesses, we do more than just marketing, right? Sometimes we build lead gens for inspectors and we rank those sites. And I want to know exactly where I can start. Like we like to dominate the city. Like here's one example in Philadelphia, right? Like we just dominate the whole city. This is the same size as Dallas. Yeah, it's a different niche, you know what I mean? But we have multiple GMBs. So if we're gonna do like foundation repair, we're gonna have a structural engineer. We're gonna also have the home inspectors too, and we want to do the same thing. Like we just want to dominate, 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 right? So that way we get the first calls. This one is like 113 in the last 30 days, but I know this is totally different niche. I just wanted to show you it's possible to do, right? So it's possible to do, and you can do this with every city. You can do this with Houston. Where you guys at? Where you guys at? I just seen it. Houston, San Antonio, you know what I mean? Frisco, Denton. You can dominate just like that, right? So whenever you start getting reviews, you want people to start stating what neighborhood or city they're from. I bet I can go through 400 of these reviews. 490 reviews. and hardly anybody's going to state what neighborhood they're from, right? I bet. So what you want people to start doing is stating what neighborhood or city that they're from, and that's going to start switching it up for you, right? That's going to have to start making you more authoritative and relevant in those areas. So I could say thanks for, and inspecting my house or whatever. You want them to upload a geotagged picture, which that just means is, so if I take this picture with my camera phone and the location is turned on, this picture was geotagged in Garland, Texas, right? So here's the breadcrumbs. You're leaving two breadcrumbs. You're leaving a breadcrumb with them saying where they're from, and then this breadcrumb. So I'm sure that guy that posted that foil or insulation, whatever that was. Let me see. What was it that this stuff like? If his location was turned on, these pictures are geotagged. I don't think so. But and had he stated where he was from, that would have been the second breadcrumb. And so now that these people are uploading these pictures, they should be geotagged. Ask them to turn the location on and ask them to state where they're from, right? It's two breadcrumbs. What you're going to do is you're going to create a post saying, hey, we got another happy client. Okay, women led. Awesome. We got another happy client from Garland, Texas. And so what's going to happen is you're going to start becoming more, where's Garland? You're going to start becoming more relevant in Garland. So anybody searching in Garland for, home inspection, you guys are going to start getting a lot more phone calls in that area. Does that make sense? Keep in mind, although this is a different niche, different city, different part of the country, it's the same concept. Same concept. You already have an authoritative site, right? I'm not going to get into the website right now. That's a whole different that's a whole different, you know, but it's the same concept, right? So with that said, I'm gonna send you a copy of your heat map. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned, feel free to reach out. Okay. God bless. Happy New Year's. Peace.